Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of VIVA JUEGO. I'm your host, the Chic Monster. I'm here by myself. And we've decided to go with pixel artwork. And so yeah, this is one of the first sprite sheets that I put together. And this is of the agents, and it is the base sheet for all of the agents. They'll just have a different color palette change. So like I said, if I want to make this a different agent, all I have to do after I've pixeled all of these bad boys in, do it once, then go to image, adjustment, mess around with any of these, and I have a different agent based. Let's try a gradient map, for example, and you'll go ahead and see that right away you have a different colored agent, and you can do that for all of them, which is great. So that's what I've been working on pretty much, and I'm gonna go ahead and just tell you all about what I did here. I could have sworn that I had recorded this previously, but perhaps I was mistaken. So I'm just going to go ahead and describe all of these. This is the idle. This one is jumping, landing here. This is the agent running here. This is the agent aiming and shooting here. And this is the agent at the very end of a level. They all turn around and kind of salute you. So they give you a little salute. And so that's what that is. And this is her kind of jumping in the air, waving hello. And that's when she uses her power up, which I'll talk more about later. And here is when she fails or she dies or something. She'll go like this. She'll be like, grab her head, and then fall down, and then disappear forever. Let's go back and talk a little bit more about this one. And this pose here, the agent is jumping in the air using her power up. And you guys remember that special pose that I was telling you about? Well, it turns out since we are doing this in pixel artwork, I'm going to have to pixel all of these poses in. So I've been kind of doing crash courses on pixeling, and I'm still not very good at it, but I think that sort of adds to its charm. This is what I've been working on, and these are the power-up poses of all the girls, and they all get one. And I'm asking some other pixel artists, I'm going to bring some other pixel artists on to help me out with this, because I'm horrendous at this. But what I've done is I've just gone ahead and you see this one's halfway finished, and this is the sketch. It's Agent Green, Pink, and Blue. And what I've done is I just take the color palette that I used from here, bring it into this window, and just keep it there. And I use that as a color palette. So again, the style that we're trying to go for is expressing as much as possible while using as little as possible in the way of colors. So that's what you're seeing here. And that's very much in the style of, like the old games. We're trying to give it like an old schoolish sort of feel. So that's what this is. So yeah, that's pretty much it that I've been describing. I guess I could do a little bit of artwork here. This is what I've been working on. And what I do, this is from what I've learned and taught myself here, is I just take the line drawings that I've done earlier and just kind of fill them in. And then go over the edges and just kind of do that. And then if it feels a little bit too hard edged, then you just kind of take an eraser. And I don't know if I've gone over this before, but to do pixel art in Photoshop, there's only two things that you need to do. First, you're not using the brush tool, you're using the pencil tool. If you go over here in your toolbar and hold it down, you'll see that the pencil tool is right there underneath the brush tool. And the eraser is the same, but what you want to do is change the mode from brush to pencil. And that's how you erase and draw pixels in Photoshop. So those are things that I've learned. So this has been a great learning experience, I believe. So yeah, that's what I'm working on here. So I also use the eyedropper tool to just pick up the colors that I need. And that's pretty much it. What I'm trying to do is get an outline of the artwork. So everything is outlined like it is here, and the inner contours are not the darkest shade. They're actually a slightly darker pink. That's what I've been using. So I go around everything in the dark contour here. Like that. So that looks like it has a really dark contour, and then everything else is just a slightly darker pink. Well, the dark contour is actually a very dark pink. You probably can't tell it in the video, but it's not black. And so that's what I'm going to be doing with all of these agents, and I'll be introducing them to you as we go along. I've got 8 brand new agents that have not yet been seen on VIVA JUEGO, and I'll introduce them to you in a couple of weeks. The reason why I won't be able to put out any more tutorial videos is because, I don't know if you guys know this, but I am going to GDC next week, and that's going to be really, really exciting. So, you know, from a learning perspective, I'm definitely going to pick up lots of new tricks, and that's very exciting because I'm going to share them all with you if possible. And I'm going to go out onto the floor and try some games and see what's been going on at GDC. This is kind of my first, like, real, legitimate delving into the video game industry, and so I'm kind of terrified. I'm super scared that I'm just gonna show up there and like have no idea what anybody's talking about. So yeah, I'm incredibly terrified of that, but you know, that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna try and check it out and see what's up. Because, you know, who knows, maybe it won't be all that bad and you'll learn something, you know? That's what it's all about, really. Okay. We're just about done here. I'm going to finish up the hair, and I think that'll just about do it for the episode. So, yeah, I'm going to be at GDC, and I'm going to be sharing as much as possible with you those videos. So that'll be something exciting. If you guys have a panel or something that you'd be interested in seeing, you could let me know in the comments. I hate saying that. Let us know in the comments. Don't you just hate when YouTube videos do that? I don't know. I'm not like most other YouTube videos, mostly because nobody watches me. So you know, there's that. Let's see here. Okay, that looks good. That's too much, I think. That's better. Okay, so that's good. I love the loose hair strand thing. Like that's a big thing for me. I love doing that. So you'll see the loose strand hair trick that I do that very frequently there. So I'm just making lines here. Basically, pixel art isn't too hard. It's tricky to get down because you end up with things that look kind of square and rigid and not very inviting. So what you want to do is try to soften those edges by just kind of let me take it in real close here. For example, here, if I were to draw an edge like this is very angular and frightening and unnatural. So what I normally do is, if you see an angle like this, you just take out the intersecting pixel there, so it's 2 pixels next to each other, and that kind of softens the lines up a little more. And what you could also do is, if you take a slightly lighter color, go back in here and place that color there. So now you're kind of softening up the line a little bit, but I don't do that too much because I want it to look rather pixely, so it doesn't look horrendous this way. So as long as it doesn't look, god awful, I'm pretty much happy. So what I'm doing now is I'm drawing lines in her hair to kind of give it movement and all that stuff. That's looking good. And I think one more line ought to do it here. Yeah. Yep, there you go. It's not too horrible. And one more line there. And that hair looks alive. And now what I'm going to do is just add some highlights there. So now that hair really shimmers. And there you go. That's pixeling. I mean, it's not fantastic once again, but it could do worse. Could do worse. All right, so that's gonna do it for this episode of Viva Juego. Like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you feel like doing. Tell your folks, tell your family, and thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next episode, and we'll be at GDC. Woo! All right, bye.